Well, good morning, everybody. This is Saturday, December the 6th, 12/6/2025. It's roughly 10 o'clock a.m. on Saturday morning, and we have Mr. Tim Wallace here helping us spread the gravel that was delivered earlier today. I mean, it wasn't delivered today, it was delivered earlier this week. I misspoke. Anyway, I wanted to address the issue. Many people have been saying that there's no way that looks like 25 tons. Mr. Wallace would beg to differ. It's what they call size 8. It's size 8 gravel. Of course, if you're into all that, you know what that means. I couldn't tell you what size 8 means, but it's size 8 gravel, and several people have said there is no way that is 25 tons. Well, it was a full truckload, and Mr. Wallace says yes, indeed, it is most certainly 25 tons of gravel, even though it may not look like it because of how fine it looks. The fineness of it maybe is deceiving for it to look like size 8. I mean, I don't even know what I'm saying. So he just got a scoop right here. So perhaps because of the fineness of it, you don't think that it's 25 tons. But he knows what he's doing, and he said it most certainly is 25 tons. It was a full truckload. All I know is that we paid for 25 tons. Yeah, see, we have some real mud issues. Just real muddy. Muddy. We're gonna take care of all that mud. And I will be moving my pickup truck shortly when he is ready for me to move it. And we're going to cover up all of this mud. yeah, see, let me show you once upon a time. Once upon a time, this whole lot was covered in this big rock. Now, that's definitely not size 8. Not sure what size that is, but that's definitely not size 8. So, look at the comparison, see? But yes, once upon a time, 5 years ago, in October of 2020, all of this out here was covered in this big rock. Here's some remnants of it right here. See the remnants of this? And it was beautiful. It was white, pristine, this whole area. Up to back where those trailers are parked and my Malibu is parked. Again, we're going to look at pockets of remnants of it. There's some remnants of it. It's amazing what 5 years can do for erosion. But all of this, ooh, look at the green on that. Ooh, that's awful. Oh, well, actually, I guess it went all the way. Ooh, shame to show you that. That's awful. Ah, we need to clean that up. But yeah, so all the way back here. Yeah, I guess it went all the way back here. So here's some more remnants of it. I don't know why I have this duct tape. I don't know what that's all about. This duct tape. But oh yeah, see, here was some big chunks right here. Man, that's a big chunk. Oh, what is that? That's interesting looking. That's a big chunk. Big. Yeah, we had some big rock back here, and it was all covered 5 years ago. We even have videos about it. We have videos of, and then it wasn't gray. It was, I mean, at one time it was sparkly white. Just go back 5 years, October of 2020. This is December of 2025, but we've been on YouTube for over 5 years now, 5.5 years. So we definitely have the videos of, there's my Malibu that hasn't worked since January. And this is our graveyard of trailers. It's our trailer graveyard. But yeah, all of this had really nice big rock. See, here's some more remnants of it. Remnant. Am I saying, is that the right word? So, what you see here, all of this brown winter grass, all of this, it was once a beautiful parking lot with big white glistening rock. And we didn't line it properly. We didn't properly take care of it. We didn't really know what we were doing. We should have lined it, but we didn't. And so all of the it's all grown over. So this is the area where Stephen brings home the truck and parks the truck. Which you can really tell a difference in the size. Sure. So Stephen didn't want a big old muddy mess underneath his truck anymore. We're gonna get all this covered up. Yeah, the snow is gone pretty much. The ice is, there's some more algae problems. Look at that. Mud pit covered up, that's for sure. What a mess. What a mess. Mud, mud, mud. That pile is getting awfully thin back there. It's not such a big pile anymore. So I've got the truck moved back now. You see the problem with parking where I was parking? You see all that mud that splashes up like that? See, that's just gets up into the bumper, and it just gets to be a real muddy mess. I mean, look at that. So now I'm happy that I'm parked on the gravel. That makes it real nice. So thank you, Mr. Wallace. Cover that dirt up. Mud. Just call it for what it is, mud. Yeah, this pile is getting awfully thin. somebody was being funny in the comments. Somebody was saying, "Oh, Ruthie, you need to get that whole pile shoveled by hand before Steven gets home." Of course, I understood it to be funny. There's just no way that's going to happen. Just a side note, I've mentioned it in another video. I've mentioned it previously, but since my F-150 is parked here, it might be a good opportunity to repeat it and tell those who don't know. We've had this vehicle for 20 years, and for me, I'm 47 years old. So I've had this vehicle almost half my entire life. Almost half. So this is a 2001. It's a 2001 F-150, and Steven brought it home in January of 2005. He had a Camaro, and he didn't tell me that he was going to do a trade-in. He had no idea. He did not tell me he was going to do a trade-in. But one day in January of 2005, we were only married a year and a half at the time. Just married a year and a half, newlyweds. He doesn't tell me what he's up to. He goes to town in the Camaro, and then he comes back in this thing. Now it was a surprise. It was a complete surprise. I had no idea that he was going to do that. Of course, these are aftermarket rims. Of course, the Harley rims. These are aftermarket. But yeah. So next month, we've had this for 21 years. Next month, actually. Next month is January of 2026. So, want to keep it nice as long as I can. So, that's when you've had a vehicle almost half your life, you kind of have an emotional attachment to it, really. So, yeah, want to take care of it. This is the area where Steven brings the Freightliner and parks the truck. So we gotta make sure that this is all taken care of. Like my blue boots. I like them. I like my blue boots. Stephen's Cadillac, one of the two Cadillacs. Y'all know that we're very blessed and we have two Cadillacs, so praise the Lord for that. One is in the garage, so one is garage kept. So, and then our 350 is in the shop to get the transmission fixed. So I've got the Cadillac moved right back onto the gravel now. So yes, we are very blessed. I will say that. It's important to give credit to the Lord, and we are very blessed. So we have these two vehicles, the 150, and then I don't remember what year this Cadillac is. I know it, but I don't know it. I think it's a 98. No, it might be a 2000. Yeah, I believe it is. It is a 2000. It's a 2000. I do remember that. So, so we have these two vehicles, and then we have Stephen's Cadillac that you all have seen before in the garage, and then we have a 350 that is in the shop that's getting transmission work done on it. We have that. And then my Malibu back here has not worked since January. So it's been parked for 11 months now. It's in the graveyard with the trailers back there. So I have not driven that since January of 2025. This is December 2025. This is going to make it real nice for Stephen when he brings the Freightliner up here. It's going to make it real nice. Looking good, Mr. Wallace. Looking good. Not so much a pile anymore. trying to get it out of my neighbor's yard. That's what he's doing right now. He's trying to get it out of my neighbor's yard. That's what he's trying to do. Sorry, Mr. Allen. Because technically this is Allen's yard right here, technically. Because there's the driveway. And about that much is in my neighbor's yard. So he's trying to scoop it out of his yard. So I just got off the phone with Steven, and we're having to do it a little at a time. This will do it for now. It was $630 for this gravel, for the delivery and for the gravel. It was $630. So we're just gonna have to do it a little at a time. But he definitely wants more brought out here. Most definitely. So let me just show you real quick. When I was on the phone with Steven just a minute ago, and he said that obviously it'd be nice to have all of this, all of this paved, not paved, but gravel. But right now, the most important thing is where last winter Steven got stuck in the mud with his truck last winter. And it was horrible. If you all were with us last December and he was working on his truck, I mean, we have some videos of him just it was horrible. But this is the main area where Steven parks the Freightliner, so we have to focus on that right now. But he would like to have all of this, and also this spot right here between the container and the garage. He would like to have all of this filled in. Sure would. But just a little bit at a time. But yeah, we have some pretty wild videos of Steven working on his truck last December, and it was just a muddy mess. It was awful. Sure, Mr. George, YouTube is awesome. I think that's when he started. I think, Mr. George, that's when you started watching us, was last December when he was working in the mud. I'm pretty sure that's when you joined us a year ago, when you were helping give Steven some advice on different things on the truck, and that's when you found us. And you remember how muddy it was. You remember it was awful, just awful. There's my man, Mr. Tim Wallace of Wallace Works Handyman. Look at that. Hard at work on December the 6th in the cold, freezing temperatures. He's done a great job. Thank you, Mr. Tim.
You're welcome.
He's doing a great job bringing gravel out to us. So that's Wallace Works Handyman Services. Thank you, Mr. Tim.